Hello, good morning everyone. I am K. Narsimurthy, presently working as an assistant professor in the government first grade Women's College, Tumkur. The subject which I am presenting the video is physics, and this is my 48th video for second semester BSc students of Tumkur University. So I have been done 47 videos for the second semester students of Tumkur University, and this is my 48th video. I have covered completely the 3 units. I have covered completely the 75% of syllabus in the 45 videos. From 46th video I have started the unit 4, because each unit has been divided into 15 sessions. So 15, 15, 15, 45 is done. So 45 sessions will make 3 units, that is a 75% of the whole syllabus. Now I have started a new chapter which is transient current from 46th video. In my previous video I have discussed about the CR circuit and the growth of charge, decay of charge in the CR circuit, and I defined time constant as well pertaining to the CR circuit. Now we look for a interesting one more circuit, and we derived an equation. We are going to derive an equation for current in this circuit, and this is LR circuit. L in a sense inductance, R means the resistance. This is a purely LR circuit which is connected to a DC power supply, and we'll see how the current will grow in the circuit, how the current will decay in the circuit. Right, first we will see growth of current in LR circuit and derive an equation for the current in LR circuit. After that we will see the decay of current in the LR circuit. So let's take the resistance R and the inductance L be connected in series with a battery of EMF E along with the plug key, which I am calling it as K1. Now if I close this K1, the current will flow in the circuit and I be the instantaneous value of current. I mean to say, at any point of time, if I look at the current in the circuit, it will be I. I is the current in the time T. Okay, when plug key is closed, as I told you, the current in the circuit will increases from 0 to maximum value. Current will grow in the circuit, and I am looking for the growth of current in this LR circuit. Right. Now, if I write an EMF equation for LR circuit, the EMF applied by the battery is partly used to overcome the back EMF and overcome the back EMF across the inductor, and partly used as a potential drop across the resistor. You look back to the diagram, you can understand that the EMF which I am supplying to this LR circuit partly used to overcome the back EMF across the inductor, and partly used as a potential drop across the resistor. Okay, that's why if I can write an EMF equation as VL, which is voltage across the inductor, plus the VR, which is the voltage across the resistor, is equal to the supply voltage, that is the EMF of the battery. Right. So after writing the EMF equation, let us substitute the value of voltage across inductor and voltage across capacitor. As we know, in the case of inductor, the voltage means potential across the inductor is L into di by dt. This I have been told you in my while discussing the second unit in electromagnetic induction. I have told you that the voltage means potential across the inductor is L into di by dt, and potential drop across the resistor VR is clearly from the Ohm's law, as Ohm's law tells that the potential difference across the resistor is proportional to the current flowing through the resistor. So it is clearly I into R from the Ohm's law. Right. Now VL is L into di by dt plus VR is I into R, which is equal to the supply voltage, which is the EMF of the battery. Right, now I'll make a little rearrangement. I'll send this IR to the right hand side Okay. Now left hand side will be L into di by dt, and in the right hand side IR goes to the right hand side, becomes minus I into R. Now what I'll do is I need equation for current at this stage. If you want an equation for current, you can treat as a current, you can treat the current as a variable. Now this is a beautiful differential equation which can be solved by any different methods. The method which I am applying here is the variable separable type method to solve this particular differential equation to get the equation for current. Right, now I have two variables here. One is the current, another one is the time. Now I'll separate the variables. I'll take the current one side and time the other side. So current term, I'll take this E minus IR is a current term because that term will contains I. So I'll take this to the left hand side denominator. I'll write this term with di. So it is di divided by E minus IR. Right hand side I'll send L to the right hand side because L is a constant. Anyway, it's an inductance. So that will not vary with time. It is treated as a constant in this equation. So L is a constant. You write L in the left hand side or right hand side. It doesn't matter. Okay. Right, I am writing this L to the right hand side denominator, so it is dt divided by L, dt by L. Okay. Now I have to integrate. Let me write an integration symbol. Integral of di divided by E minus IR, which is equal to integral of dt divided by L plus k. So without forgetting, you should write a constant of integration because I am not integrating with perfect limits. So I am not integrating with lower limit and upper limit. If you do that, you need not write the constant of integration. But anyway, we are not doing in this case. So you have to compulsorily write the constant of integration here, k. So after writing the constant of integration, let me integrate this first. Let me integrate this. So I is in the denominator. How will you integrate this? It's a very simple thing. If I can take an identity of 1 by x, which is log x, okay. So what's an integration of 1 by 1 minus ax? If that is given for you, it is log of 1 minus ax divided by, you should differentiate that term in the denominator. It is minus a. Similarly, it is 1 by E minus IR. Okay. So it will be a log of E minus IR divided by, in the denominator, I should differentiate the term. I should differentiate the term in the denominator. So E minus IR differentiation is minus R. Okay. So left hand side is over. I have done the integration. Now equals to the integral of dt divided by L. So L is a constant, take out of the integral. So now the integral of dt, it is simply t. Integral of dt is t plus constant of integration k. Now I solved this. I have integrated an entire equation. I am calling it as equation 1. Now students, you can guess the next step here by looking at this equation. Next step would be the evaluation of the constant of integration by applying initial condition or the boundary condition, whichever you know, which is related to the circuit, our circuit, and the thing which I am looking is the growth of current in LR circuit. So get some idea, get an initial condition in growth of current in LR circuit, and you substitute it and evaluate the value of k. Let me do that. Now the initial condition was time t equals 0. This was the initial condition. I have been looking at all the derivations. I am looking only at time t equals 0. So at time t equals 0, what will be the current in the circuit? So before you are pressing this plug key K1, what could be the value of current in the circuit? You cannot expect any current in the circuit before pressing the plug key. Therefore, the current in the circuit will be 0. T equals to 0. If t equals to 0, and the current will be 0. So that particular condition I am applying in an equation 1. So look back the equation 1. So current I is 0. This log, you are left with the log E divided by minus R in the left hand side. T equals to 0. The right hand side will be only K. So ultimately I get K equals to log E divided by minus R. So K is equal to minus log E divided by R. I get the value of K. I have find out the value of K by applying an initial condition which I know which is suitable for my circuit, means to say the growth of current in the LR circuit. Now I'll substitute this particular value of K in the equation 1. So this log, the equation 1 becomes log of E minus IR divided by minus R, which was there earlier, is equal to T by L, which was also there earlier, minus K. For K, I am substituting minus log E by R, so that becomes minus log E divided by R. Now I'll get a very big equation. I'll do some rearrangements here. What I'll do here is I'll multiply entire equation by R, with capital R, with the resistance. If I do that, left hand side R will get cancelled with the denominator R, and the right hand side it becomes R by L into T minus another R will get cancelled with the another third quantity, becomes log E. Right, I'll take this R by L into T to the left hand side, it becomes minus R by L into T. I'll send this minus log E minus IR to the right hand side, it becomes plus log E minus IR minus log E. Okay, right, so I'll use a very simple identity of logarithm which is log of A minus log B, which is equal to log A by B. So here it is log of E minus IR minus log E. So if I use an identity, it becomes log of E minus IR divided by E. Okay, so I got a very simplified equation. Now what I will do is I'll take E power on both sides. If I do that, if I take this E power on both sides, so yeah, I'll still making some rearrangement here. Okay, right, yeah. If I take this E power, the left hand side will be 1 minus R by E into I, which is equal to E to the power of minus R by L into T. See, there is some mistake while taking. Okay, if I take E power, yeah, it is exactly correct. If I take E power, the left hand side is E to the power of minus R by L into T, and right hand side log will cancel with that. So right hand side I am writing it left hand side this time. Why? Because I want an equation for I. So where is I? I is in the right hand side, so I am writing it in the left hand side. Okay, right. So 1 minus R by E into I is equal to E to the power of minus R by L into T. Okay, I'll make some rearrangement. I'll keep 1 here, E to the power of minus R by L into T, I'll take left hand side, R by E into I, I'll take left hand side, and I'll write like this. Then it becomes R by E into I equals 1 minus E to the power of minus R by L into T. Just a simple mathematical rearrangement. Why? Because I want clearly the equation for current. So keep that term which contains current in the left hand side, send all other terms to the right hand side. Simple. Right, now I becomes, multiply that with the R by E by R, sorry, multiply entire equation by E by R. So I is equal to E by R 1 minus E to the power of minus R by L into T. Now one thing you should note here is E by R, you know what is V by R is. V by R is what? The current. V is the potential across the resistor, R is the resistance. If I do V by R, it is clearly the Ohm's law which gives us the current. But this time it is E by R. What is exactly the E? E is the EMF of the battery, means the maximum voltage that resistor can have. So if I write a maximum voltage divided by resistance, you will get a maximum current. So maximum current will be IM. I am writing it as, some books have given I naught. Doesn't matter. I am writing it as IM. Okay. So IM is the maximum current. Why I am writing maximum current? Because E, which I have taken E, is the maximum voltage that the resistance can have. That is the EMF of the battery. So if that is the maximum voltage, and the current which I am getting from that equation will be the maximum current. So I equals to Im into 1 minus e to the power of minus r by L into t. I got an equation for growth of current in the LR circuit. So if you look at this equation, though it looks like the growth of current is again exponential here also. So we have a term e to the power of minus r by L into t. Therefore, the current will grow in the circuit exponentially with time. Right. Alright, we will move on to this time constant. Let us define the time constant in this LR circuit. Previously I have defined this time constant for CR circuit, which is tau equals to C into R. But this time let us see what is this time constant in LR circuit. Now if I substitute this T as L by R, look back that equation. If I substitute T as L by R, now L by R by L will cancel in e to the power of, so I am left with e to the power of minus 1. So 1 minus e to the power of minus 1. If I do this with a calculator, I will get this as I is equal to 0.63 times I maximum. If I substitute T is equal to L by R, I am getting current as 0.63 times the maximum value. Now I define the time constant in this particular LR circuit as the time required for the current to reach 63% of its final value or a maximum value. Okay, or you can define in another way, it is the time required for the current to reach 0.63 times the final value, 0.63 times the maximum value. You look at this graph and you can understand very clearly. Okay, it is a graph of current versus time. As our equation tells that this current will increase exponentially with time. Okay, it attains a maximum value, and that maximum value I am taken it as Im. Okay, so Im by 0.63, I am drawing a line which is touching the curve at one particular point, and I am looking for the time corresponding to that particular point by drawing a vertical line to the x-axis. I got a time. This time is called the time constant in the LR circuit, and equation for the time constant is L divided by R. So tau is equal to L divided by R is the equation for the time constant in the LR circuit. Right. So I have finished the derivation of LR circuit, the growth of current in the LR circuit, and I defined this time constant as well with the help of this graph. Okay, we'll move on to the next derivation, which is decay of current in the LR circuit. Exactly in a similar way, only a little bit things will change in this decay of current in LR circuit. Let me take this resistance R and the inductance L, which is connected in series with the battery of EMF E and the plug key. Now I be the instantaneous current in the circuit. What I am doing is, when plug key is closed, current in the circuit will increase from 0 to maximum value, and when plug key K1 is released, K2 is closed, then the current in the circuit will allow us to decay. First I am increasing the current from 0 to maximum value by pressing the key K1, and after that I release the key K1 and I will press the key K2, so that the current will decay in the circuit. Current will decrease in the circuit. Right. Now if I write an EMF equation, exactly same procedure, go on writing the EMF equation, separate the variables, integrate and find the value of constant by applying some initial condition and get an equation for current. Exactly the same steps I am following here also. Right. So now EMF equation is VL plus VR is equal to 0, but this time it is 0 because I am looking for the decay of current. While decay, there won't be any source. You don't need any source for decay of current. You already charged, you already increased the current, and a battery is no use. Battery is of no use because current is decreasing, and I am looking particularly for the decrease of current. Therefore, when current is decreasing, you don't need any external source. So EMF of the battery is 0 for the decay of current. You know what is VL is? VL is the potential across the inductor, which is L into di by dt. I already told you that. And VR is from the Ohm's law, which is I into R, which is equal to 0. Right. Now I'll separate these things. L into di by dt is equal to minus I into R. Now the thing is, I'll separate the variables. I'll take current one side and time to the other side. This becomes di by I, which is equal to minus R by L into dt. Though these resistance and the inductors are constants, but I am writing those constants with the time. Either you write with the current or you write with the time, it doesn't matter. Now this time I am writing with the time. Now I will integrate. It's a very simple integration. Integration of 1 by I is log I. So integration of dt will be t. R by L will be the constant. I'll write it as it is. Plus undoubtedly you should mention this constant of integration k, because I am integrating without a perfect limits. Let me call it as equation 1, and let's find the value of the constant of integration by applying some initial condition. The initial condition I have been taking is at time t equals 0, I am looking at the current. But this time it is decay. While decaying at time t is equal to 0, current is at the peak. So current is maximum at time t is equal to 0. When I start closing this plug key K2, the current starts decaying. Before I press this key K2, current was at the maximum level. So therefore current this time is not 0, current is maximum, so I am calling it as IM. So at t is equal to 0, I is equal to IM. If I substitute in this equation 1, go back and see, log of IM is equal to R by L into T, which is 0 plus K. So K is equal to log IM. So I got the equation for K as log of IM. Okay, right. Now substitute this in equation 1. Substitute the value of K, which I found out by using initial condition, in equation 1. Now the equation 1 becomes log of I is equal to minus R by L into T, which I am writing as it is, plus K. Instead of K I am writing log IM. I will take this IM term to the left hand side, so it becomes log of I by IM. Simple logarithmic identity, log A minus log B will be log of A by B. Just like that, log I minus log IM will be equal to log of I by IM, which is equal to minus R by L into T. Now you take exponential on both sides. This exponential log will get cancelled. Now this I by IM is equal to e to the power of minus R by L into T. So send this IM to the right hand side. So I equals to IM into e to the power of minus R by L into T. This equation will clearly shows that the decay of charge in the LR circuit is exponential. The current will decrease exponentially with time in LR circuit. Right. Now, after getting a final equation, I can define the time constant in the LR circuit, just how I did during the growth of current in the LR circuit. In an exactly similar way, I am looking for the time constant in decay of current in LR circuit also. Right. At time t is equal to L by R, look back to this equation, and if I substitute this L by R, it becomes e power minus 1. E power minus 1 is 0.37. Now the current will be 0.37 times the IM. Okay. Now I can define the time constant in this LR circuit as the time required for the current to decay to 37% of its initial value. Or I can define time constant of the circuit as the time required for the current to decay to 0.37 times the maximum value. 0.37 times the initial value. You can call it as initial value or a maximum value, doesn't matter. Okay. So this graph will clearly shows you that the current will decrease exponentially. So mark a point where the current is maximum and find 0.37 times the maximum value, and in the graph, in the curve, you make a note of the point corresponding to that 0.37 times the maximum value, and that particular time is the time constant. The equation for time constant in the LR circuit is L divided by R. So whereas in the CR circuit, the time constant equation is C into R. It is C multiplied by R, whereas here the time constant of LR circuit is L divided by R. Okay, so I have finished two important derivations today. One is the growth of current in a LR circuit, another one is the decay of current in LR circuit. Two derivation is done in one single video, one single session, and I referred these important books. You please go through it. You will understand the things better. Thank you.